Oh, I didn't know that there was going to be Chris Evans coming back in this one.
Doom is like 5 steps ahead of everybody else, even in the movie.
Own journey in this movie. He can't start out all powerful. I guess my question is, does he introduce himself as Victor Von Doom? Hey, my name's Joey Death. Doctor Strange is the one character who can connect all the dots. I don't really trust the Russos to care about the Hulk character.
I think it's going to be a one-off line that's just like, well, he did destroy New Jersey.
2 old men are either too resigned to fight.
No, get your ass in there. That's crazy. You see Cyclops in that trailer? He is having a hard time.
The shot of Cyclops needs to be in the movie. We're going to say it every week here on the Sneak Peek.
I thought it was Mar-a-Lago. I don't think they want me there. And it's purely based off skin tone.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. Is Magneto really going to destroy New Jersey in Avengers Doomsday? Or is this some kind of weird talking point that the production gave the actor as a red herring to avoid spoiling anything real? We are getting some slightly deeper looks into the Russo Brothers' very weird marketing strategy for Avengers Doomsday, and today we're gonna talk about it.
Yes, this is the Sneak Peek, the weekly show here at New Rockstars where we look ahead to the future of fandom with Jessica Clemons and Erik Voss.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Jessica.
Hello.
Kind of a quiet week. We were expecting a Doomsday trailer to hit. It has not hit yet, but we got the next best thing.
Ian McKellen slightly dropping that he blows up New Jersey.
Yep, slightly. I mean, at first it was like slight, and then he does it again, and it felt intentional.
Yeah.
Like, I don't buy it anymore.
That'd be a crazy strategy to just give them like 3 lies to go tell people in the press. That would be the worst for our job, but honestly it'd be very fun to make a puzzle out of it instead of making them like deter answers. If we already know they're in there, just give them 3 things to lie about.
Yeah, it's almost like when they put shots in the trailers that don't end up in the movie. They're just gonna do it to sell the movie, and they know it's
I wonder if, well, I bet that still bites them in the ass because then it's like, oh, what if that was a scene you really wanted to see? Like how we keep imagining Cyclops' the scene will not be a part of the movie. I would be pissed.
Yeah.
If you gave me that in the trailer and then I do not see it, I'm going to be real upset.
Yeah. We're going to rally with everyone from the state of New Jersey protesting this movie, thinking that their stupid state gets obliterated.
Oh my God. I love the idea that it's Jersey. Like he left New York, went to Jersey and blew it up and then goes back to New York.
Yeah. I think it's just like a big part of New Jersey gets swept away by a tidal wave that hits Atlantic City first.
Oh, damn, not Atlantic City.
Well, I mean, that's the coastal city.
That's just where the old people are gambling.
Yeah, I know. Maybe
he was there gambling.
Here's the thing. I bet the Russo brothers are sitting there like, okay, what state can we say gets destroyed? And they're like, we can't say New York. We can't say Florida because then people are going to know we're lying if we say he destroys Florida and be like, what's Magneto's beef with Florida? But they're like, say New Jersey.
Say New Jersey.
That's like the Florida of the North.
I feel like yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong to those viewers in New Jersey. But I also think so much stuff happens in New York, but also in New Jersey, especially. I know that we don't have him related to Wanda, but the fact that Wanda ruined our version of like Westview in New Jersey, it's like, oh, your dad also like just blew it up in this universe. Your dad in a different reality actually destroyed New Jersey. So I guess that's better.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like an ultimatum thing. I think maybe the Russo brothers are aware of that comic where like Magneto reverses the polarity of the planet to avenge his dead kids. And like Doom is kind of involved in that plot, but basically Magneto does what he does in X-Men 97 and he inverses the polarity and all these tidal shifts happen around the world and then a tsunami hits Manhattan. So I think that's what they're going for there. But like, I think the Russo brothers are playing us, and part of the reason I think that is like this quote from Empire Magazine. Empire Magazine's like, we got a big exclusive scoop with the Russo brothers. And then when you read the article, it's like, this could have come out 6 weeks ago. But either way, here's the article by our buddy Chris Hewitt, really doing the Lord's work to translate this nerd shit on YouTube for whatever the still print subscribership of this British magazine is. So people in Liverpool, while they're waiting for the train, pick up this magazine off of a newsstand and say, oh, I didn't know that that there was going to be Chris Evans coming back in this one. Oh, I'm really doing the worst accent that I can muster. If I were really trying.
I think you are trying.
No, I'm really not.
That's the crazy part.
I'm trying to be bad.
When you are trying, it's giving a lot of Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday on Doomsday. Man, we just lost everybody. Everybody in the GMT time zone.
Oh, God.
Well, here's what Chris wrote. I'm going to read it. When are trailers not trailers? When they're narrative information. At least that's how Joe Russo, co-director of Avengers Doomsday, describes the unique approach to marketing the film to Empire. Quote, each of these trailers is narrative information, he adds, and it's all part of a larger story. So I would argue that Doomsday has already started for you. Blimey. That's what the article says. Joe, along with his brother and fellow director Anthony, is speaking in the wake of 4 different Doomsday trailers that debuted weekly in front of Avatar Fire and Ash in cinemas. The film is an epic crossover event that sees the Russos and Robert Downey Jr. return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe for the first time since Avengers Endgame. Quote, look, the movie is very complex, says Joe, delivering the understatement of the year. I gotta love Chris Hewitt's wit and sarcasm whenever he writes these. He's just like, the hell are they doing?
Of course it is.
The article goes on to say, with dozens of major characters, plus the heavy lifting of introducing Robert Downey Jr.'s take on the new big bad of the MCU, Victor Von Doom, aka Dr. Doom, it makes Endgame look like, well, Samuel Beckett's Endgame. Yes! Love this! Quote, we thought one of the best ways to celebrate what the movie is was to give characters their own space and highlight some moments, Joe adds. So, Chris Hemsworth's Thor got his own teaser in which he calls upon his father Odin for strength, and the long-awaited debut of the X-Men in the MCU arrived with a trailer in which an aged Professor X, Patrick Stewart, and Magneto, Ian McKellen, converse solemnly. Death comes for us all, intones McKellen, reprising the role for the first time since 2014's Days of Future Past. The finale showcased the Wakandans, Letitia Wright's Shuri, Winston Duke's M'Baku, and the Fantastic Four's Ben Grimm, Ebon Moss-Backrack. But the biggest stir was caused by the first teaser, which announced the return of Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. Not the old man Steve glimpsed at the end of Endgame, but a young version seen looking warmly at 2 things, his old costume and a newborn baby. Quote, we have a special affinity with the character, says Anthony Russo. Quote, we can't see this narrative without his central role in it. Basically, the special place he holds among the ensemble, he sort of retains that moving forward. Questions abound. Answers less so. These trailers may be part of a larger story, but at this point, we still don't know what the larger story is other than Doom shows up, all hell breaks loose. But there are some clues. Take the film's tone, for instance. The trailers are unusual. The only hint of anything approaching an action beat comes when we see James Marsden's Cyclops unleash his optic blasts. Otherwise, these are downbeat, intimate, character-driven clips. An indication at what we can expect tonally from Doomsday? Quote, as much as we run at the fun in terms of what these films can be, says Anthony, we also run at the complexity and the difficulty of what these movies can do at a narrative level. I think we found a new level of that in Doomsday. I have no idea. That's just like word salad. I don't know what that means. But Anthony is like the best at that. The article finishes by saying, Joe has a more ominous way of putting it. Victor Von Doom demands a certain tone. With each of the trailers ticking down the seconds until Doomsday debuts, we'll find out what that is soon enough. Buckle up. So what did we learn from this latest scoop from the directors?
I think the only part that I learned is just the ending of it, of being like, oh, Doom requires this kind of intimacy, slow-willed kind of trailers. And it's like, okay, so does Doom have something to do with the narratives that we're seeing currently? I mean, I understand Doom does have everything to do with the entire movie, but I'm like, oh, is Doom pulling the strings? Is he the one that's initiating the contact between the Wakandans and Ben Grimm? Is he the reason why the other Fantastic Four aren't there? Is everybody aware that Doom's already there? It makes it sound like Doom is like 5 steps ahead of everybody else, even in the movie.
I think Doom's like there with them. I think he's like the ambassador. I think he's like posing as a friend at the beginning of this movie.
Do you think... Yeah, there's no world in which Doom is a good person.
No
I'm
world.
like, he's going to start off as like, ooh, I'm your friend.
I guess my question is, does he introduce himself as Victor Von Doom? It's like walking up to a group of people who don't know your name and saying, hey, my name's Joey Death. Hey, I'm here to help. You're going to look a little cross-eyed at Joey Death and be like, we're good, Joey Death. So
Mr. Death.
Maybe
Mr.
he just
Doom.
says, I'm Victor Von D. And they're like, what's the D stand for? And then he winks at Sue, and then
Sue's like,
don't wink at me. And then he winks at Ben, and Ben's like, another wink, please.
Ben's like, I'll take another.
No one loves me.
Yeah, he's definitely going to introduce himself as Victor. That's going to be insane if they like pull out and he's in all those shots.
Yeah.
He's just there.
He's just there. He's holding the camera.
Yeah, they're doing behind the scenes. He's actually looking at that. I wonder if, do you think this is just a long stretch of an idea? Do you think that Deadpool was aware of Deadpool and Wolverine? They were aware what they're going to be doing in Doomsday? Because when you say that, it reminds me of how the original theory or the original plot for Daredevil, Deadpool and Wolverine was it was supposed to be like a film. They were making a movie. And so I'm like, oh, do you think they also used that structure and they were aware of what was going to happen in Doomsday?
I do think that the TVA views things cinematically like that. Because when Mobius showed Loki his life on the Sacred Timeline,
That's true.
It was on a film strip that was the same angles that Joss Whedon and the Russo brothers shot those movies with. So I think the TVA, I mean, even when we see Deadpool and Wolverine and he shows Logan's death scene, that's James Mangold's shot of Logan's death.
That's
so
true.
I think the TVA records all this the way the directors do. So I think if we revisit the TVA, that whole cinematic angle is there.
Do you think it's Doom going into the TVA and replaying all of those? No, because that again, we would be irritated that we're not going to see Cyclops blasting into the heavens if that's the case.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But I do think at some point, like, Doom is going to watch some of the playback on these screens in the TVA Time Theater and just be like, that's what they did in 616? What a bunch of freaks.
What a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah.
Ew, gross. I feel like that's
no
a great ew, no X-Men. That's crazy. Where are the X-Men at? Where's Magneto at? That would be I wouldn't be surprised at that. I feel like you still have to make him. I think that was like the questions that we had going into Fantastic Four was like, you need to make Galactus still beatable, and that's kind of impossible when he's Galactus. So I think Doom also has to be beatable or just still grounded as a very smart human being with some sort of power. And so he doesn't know everything that's going on. He needs help from somewhere. And if that's the TVA, I would like that to be the reason.
He needs to go on his own journey in this movie. He can't start out all powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, even Thanos kind of had to go on a journey. He didn't know what he would have to sacrifice when he got to Vormir until he's up there with Gamora and he goes, oh, this girl, got it. Throws her off, cries a little bit, but then still gets the Soul Stone, so it all evens out.
Like that.
Yeah, what I was struck by while reading this beautifully written article, Chris Hewitt, everyone go pick up a copy of Empire Magazine from your local newsstand. Support the press in the UK because they don't have a First Amendment to protect them. But what they do have are some great writers named Chris Hewitt. And he did get this great quote where watching the Doomsday teasers, I wasn't that blown away by the fact that Chris Evans is coming back. I thought it was interesting how he's like, the biggest stir came from that. I'm like, we all knew he was going to show up.
I assumed out of all of those, him and Thor, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But again, the freaking X-Men were crazy.
But I think Chris was saying like the biggest stir came also from the fact that like the Anthony and Joe were like, oh yeah, he's our guy. Like, I just thought this was going to be like an opening scene where he quickly dies, and then the rest of the movie does not have Chris Evans in it. Or it was going to be like the way Loki dies in the first 10 minutes of Infinity War. You know, Chris Evans, Steve Rogers would die in the first 2 minutes of Doomsday. Or he would just be sidelined quickly. They're describing this as like, no, the whole movie has him in it.
Yeah.
He's like the way he was the driving force of every Marvel movie they've made, from Civil War to Infinity War to Endgame. He's going to be the driving force of this one, too.
It's crazy to think that he is going to be the captain again.
Yeah. We already have a captain. We got a new captain.
We got a new captain, actually. But you are the captain.
Sam. I guess you got to share the captain.
That's Captain America. That's Sam Wilson. No, that's Sam Wilson. No, but I think that's really interesting. But I also think that's a great strategy commercially. Like, money-wise, yeah, who else is going to lead it from the last two phases, right? Like, I think anyone could, but like, I think a million people should, but they're like, yeah, we'll make our money.
We have one character we know how to write as a protagonist, and his name is Steve Rogers. That's crazy.
I think it's insane. I think it's kind of crazy, but I'm also like, yeah, I guess. To be fair, I love Chris Evans. I love Chris Evans. I love Steve Rogers. So it's like, yeah, I guess you're not losing anything with me.
Yeah.
You're not losing anything doing that. I think if you, a million reasons if you made it Letitia Wright Shuri. But I think a million reasons. But if you made it anyone else, they'd be like, It feels like it's kind of shitty because you can't do Sam Wilson.
I think they had a really good angle on Sam Wilson in Winter Soldier. Like that version of Sam Wilson was perfect.
I think Brave New World shook it up.
Brave New World did shake it up.
I'm mad too because I'm like, can we just go back to Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Forget that Brave New World happened. Brave New World was a Hulk movie, basically. Yeah. It's not his.
Sam Wilson can be a really fun character, and so like I'm surprised the Russo brothers weren't like, we can have a take on the character.
It's gonna be like a co. It's gonna be a co. It's gonna be a co. You know, like it's gonna definitely be Steve Rogers, but then it's like, who's gonna take the skies? And it's our man. It's our man, right? That's what I'm hoping.
I mean, if I'm the Russo brothers and I'm coming back to the MCU, you gotta imagine there's some parts of the multiverse saga characters where they're like, ooh, we could do something fun. Especially if you're looking at the dailies for Thunderbolts. Like, to have the opportunity to write scenes with Yelena Belova and Sentry, like, let her be the hero of the movie.
Oh my God, I would love that. I genuinely did think it was going to be Doctor Strange.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was going to be Doctor Strange. And also, it wouldn't hurt if it was Doctor Strange because he's the only one left. Everybody's literally gone. So I just assumed it was like, it's him and Hulk are technically, and Thor are technically rummaging around. But we know Thor can't be a leader. We see how chaotic that boy is. Yeah. And then we know that Hulk is just Hulk, and I don't think he's going to be appearing too much. And so I was like, oh, I just thought it was going to be Doctor Strange. Also, when it's this bad, Doctor Strange is needed.
Yeah.
Like, this is too bad. You can't just use force in this. You need someone with magic.
Yeah. I do think Doctor Strange is going to be heavily involved in Secret Wars. I think he's going to appear in Doomsday. I think he's going to be more important to Secret Wars. We had a whole video on Thursday you can go watch, viewers, about why I think Doctor Strange is the one character who can connect all the dots of the scattered multiverse saga. But yeah, I do think like they had a pretty good angle on Doctor Strange from what they wrote for him in Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
Really good angle on obviously like Iron Man, on any of the characters who were in Winter Soldier and Civil War. I don't really trust the Russos to care about the Hulk character. No.
Well, it's hard because he hasn't gotten his own thing. So it's like, I will say, devil's advocate, it's kind of hard to write a story for a character that's never got his own story.
Yeah.
So I will play devil's advocate for that portion. Just that, though. I'm like, take the challenge. Take the challenge.
The most we got for him, and I know there's the Edward Norton Hulk that we're talking about on the road to Doomsday coming up. But there was the great like backstory that was written for the 2012 Avengers film, how he put a bullet in his mouth and the Hulk spit it out.
I love that part, that line.
Crazy line. And I wish that the Mark Ruffalo Hulk could have gone that hard at any other point. And Taika had a fun take on him for Thor Ragnarok, but even then it was more of a humorous.
Cartoony. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
He was the comedic relief for sure.
Sounds like Destin Daniel Cretton is going to have a Savage Hulk, maybe a Gray Hulk return in Brand New Day. But the Russo brothers Hulk was just kind of like a nominal Hulk. He wasn't really.
We had to put him in the suit, right? In Infinity War, we had to put him in the suit at first, and then he became like big, or well, he was able to be like, I can fight now. And then he kind of just squished tacos in his hands.
He kind of, he kind of looks like a really green, muscular version of one of the Russo brothers. Wearing those glasses.
He does look like the Russo brother. No, he does. No, he does. They got that head.
It's like they were drafted ideas, and it's Anthony, like, do this with your neck.
Do me next.
And get some of that Elphaba makeup, and they're like, there he is, him. We'll make him smart, and that'll be our Hulk.
Hey, look, I get it.
It was more of just they really like working with Ruffalo, I think, and they want to bring out Ruffalo's acting ability, and I get it. I mean, did you see him in Spotlight?
I saw him in
They know.
I was gonna say I saw him in The Task, which was also great. But yeah, no, Mark Ruffalo's perfect. I'm sure they've only seen 13 going on 30 though.
He was great in that movie too. What a hunk.
What a hunk of a man.
What a hunk. He was in The Kids Are All Right. They just weave through the traffic.
Stop doing impressions today. What is going on? This is the third
you weren't
impression.
You weren't wearing a motorcycle helmet? No, just split the lanes.
Oh my God.
Josh Hutcherson's like, I was almost roadkill. Kids Are All Right. Great movie.
How much do you think they're paying Chris Evans?
In this movie, not as much as Downey.
Not as much, but
I bet they're paying him $12 million.
How much is Downey getting?
$100 million for two movies. Two
movies.
And his name is kind of in the title.
His name is the title.
The first
you
one,
are right.
Yeah.
You are right. $12 million.
Also, Chris Evans has never won an Oscar, and he never will.
That's true.
Not if he keeps taking these
stupid roles.
Thirst trap roles.
What was that movie with him and Pedro Pascal? That movie was bad.
He's taken some interesting roles, but
that was the only movie
he will win an Oscar at some point. I guarantee.
I need him to.
He's gonna live forever.
He's gonna live forever.
He's gonna live till he's 118 years old.
Watch his brother get it before him.
Do you think when Chris Evans is actually like an octogenarian, he'll look like that old guy in Endgame?
Oh no!
If he did, that's a handsome old man.
He's too big.
He's too big. No, normally he's not that big. He's
always big. I always see him with the broad ass shoulders. The
old
man was very pretty though. The old man was very pretty.
He was. So yeah, we're starting to get like a picture of Doomsday, but we should look at this clip of Ian McKellen on Stephen Colbert. I did a video after Ian McKellen first went on the podcast of Jake Hamilton, Jake's Takes. An amazing interviewer. Go subscribe to his channel. Every interview Jake does is incredible. He's such a good journalist. And he had this great interview with Ian McKellen when he was like promoting his play. The same reason he went on Colbert. And then Ian McKellen really did seem to slip up when he goes, well, he does destroy New Jersey. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. And I was like, oh, new Rockstars is a video. And we jumped all over it. But then after we made that video, Ian McKellen goes on Colbert and like kind of doubles down on it in a way that I felt was a little artificial. Let's review the clip.
Now, I don't always understand the story of these movies that I'm in. Magneto destroys New Jersey.
You almost said New Zealand.
He almost said New Zealand.
So I'm standing up, pretending to do that.
Oh my God.
The director of the loudspeaker says, Ian, look more furious.
I love this man. Do not take this man away from me.
Don't you dare.
Shout the worst thing you could possibly think of. So I said, Mar-la-go.
And then they play the little ding ding ding.
Do you say Mar-a-Lago? I always thought Mar-a-Lago, like 4 syllables.
I thought it was Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago.
I don't say it that often.
No, neither do I.
I call it piece of shithole.
Yeah, right. You're saying like where I'm going
bricks.
This weekend with my special invite.
Out of everybody in this office, they went that one. She's invited. Let her in.
You would be a delight.
I don't think they want me there. And it's purely based off skin tone. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys.
Hey, can we just grade Ian McKellen on his joke? Because here's what I'll say. Doesn't it feel like a 2017 Trump era joke, not a 2026
No, this is an old man.
Trump?
Yeah, this is old man being like, oh, this is a funny joke.
Like this crowd will love it.
And I hate.
And look, he understands Stephen Colbert lost his show basically because of Trump's lawsuit against Paramount CBS, which was complete bullshit. But yeah, I think it's just funny that it's like such a specific Trump era. Like we've all moved on to like Epstein Trump jokes now. Like, but it's cute. What a cute old man this is. He okay, so you clocked it. He almost said New Zealand.
Yeah, he did almost
this
say New
time.
Zealand.
And I think it's because he's always talking about Lord of the Rings shit.
There you go. And I was gonna say you can, and he's allowed to make that mistake. New Zealand, New Jersey. You say it really quickly. Yeah, I get it.
And he's going back to New Zealand because he's going to be part of the new Gollum movie. So I think that was also kind of on his brain. He's like, I have another 18-hour flight I have to prepare for New Zealand. And he loves New Zealand. He's like bringing it up, especially Colbert is such a huge Lord of the Rings nerd. He's going to be bringing it up constantly. So it's on his head. But there's just something like, he wasn't prompted by Colbert to bring up the New Jersey thing this time. It really did feel like the fact that it came up twice, if it was such a faux pas in the first one, there's no way he would have brought it up this time.
Well,
so
I'm sure
I think someone fed him that.
I'm sure his publicist is also like, if Marvel got to his publicist was like, yeah, you can bring up that. Just bring up that. Just bring up that. Because I feel like people are always, it's so funny to watch like Andrew Garfield, Benedict Cumberbatch, anyone that tries to do any other project that's not a Marvel project will be asked about their next Marvel project and they have to answer. So I guess when you're at his age and you're continuously going to be asked about either Lord of the Rings or being Magneto, it's like, you can at least tell him this. Okay, you already said it. It's already out the gate. Just go double down on it. And so he's just like, New Jersey. And I bet as soon as he brought that up, they didn't ask him any other extra shit. They were like, yeah, okay. So you get your answer. I'm just thinking in like a publicist mindset. It's like, if he's going to accidentally say another thing, let's just let him say the thing he already said.
That's possible. It's possible. Like once it's out there, maybe they're like, we're going to put that in the trailer anyway. And maybe when
Change
we do
up the trailer now.
someday, yeah, maybe because they remember in the first like Infinity War proper teaser, we see Thanos chucking the moon. Like that was their big moonshot moment that like, one of the most destructive things other than the snap that happens in that movie is just Thanos throwing an entire moon down at Titan.
Crazy.
So like maybe in this trailer, we do see people on the Atlantic City boardwalk just looking up and seeing a tidal wave from like the Earth's magnetic polarity reversing. And that is just like one of the big like Day After Tomorrow, Independence Day shots from the trailer.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's just why the boardwalk? Like, what do we have against the boardwalk?
It's easy to take it out. Everybody knows it, Jersey Shore. I feel like
Snooki looking up, and she goes, "I can stop it." And then,
she does a backflip out of here, or she does stop it. But I do think Jersey is just like an easy place to identify, maybe just because of media. I could identify it. Easy to, and then if you destroy it, I don't really get as hurt as I would with you destroying somewhere else, like the Bean in Chicago.
Oh, leave the Bean alone.
Don't touch the Bean.
You better leave that Bean. I think the whole city of Chicago will get wiped out before that Bean moves an inch.
Oh, the Bean will stay.
The Bean is just
so for some reason, with every fingerprint on it.
Yeah, part of it is my fingerprints.
I bet it
just
is.
went
I
to
bet
the
you
original
did touch
beef,
it.
and I'm gonna smear my jardiniere all over this.
I bet you touched it with your grimy, greasy little
gross
fingers.
Giordano's covered fingers.
You're naming so many places I do not know, but
You
I'm
missed
sure
out.
they're all around.
You know
the Bean.
Lumonati's. We went to Lumonati's.
I did go there. Is that the pizza place?
It's one of the pizza places.
One of the pizza places.
It's great. It's so good. Hey, hit us up in the comments with your favorite Chicago pizza place, and don't just say Pequods, you dum because you watched that episode of The Bear. Didn't that cross section when he? It looks
Eric,
so bready and stupid.
I don't know Chicago.
The best is Lumonati's, and then people love Pequods. It's too bready for me. Then it goes Lumonati's, then like the best tavern style pizza you can get. Lumonati's is a good tavern style. We talked about this with Ironheart.
I don't think we did talk about this.
I talked about it.
You talked about
to
it
myself while I was driving.
And I
to
go,
work.
I still don't know Chicago. I've been there once, and it was a great place.
Go Cubs, go!
Oh my
Hey, but yes, you can't kill Chicago, so you got to go for New Jersey. I guess I don't think it's gonna happen. I think seeing it twice in different interviews back to back, I think it is just like we're gonna find out later that the Russo brothers are like, yeah, we told different actors to say bullshit, and it's not gonna be
I would love that. I do think it's maybe just a one-off. Like it's gonna be a sentence. I feel like how we saw Professor X in Logan is kind of how we're gonna see Magneto in this movie, where he's like sick and ill and old.
No.
And it's gonna be like he has to stay here because this is the only place he's protected because he keeps destroying things by accident.
Oh no, so he's not in control of his powers?
I don't think he's gonna be in control of his powers.
That's too sad. I can't handle that again.
It's gonna be horrible for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's like Magneto has gone through the Holocaust that I'm like, I don't want anything worse to happen to this character. Like like everyone's against him, but if I was a mutant, I'd be like, well, he's here for me. Like I understand what he's fighting for. But I'm like, I don't want to see him hurt anymore. But this would be like just one of those sad times for him. Magneto's getting older. Magneto's sick. Magneto's sick.
Well, we talked about like we already saw Magneto move the Golden Gate Bridge. That was the
I love
context
that.
when he's talking to Jake about it. And then he's like, well, this time Magneto destroys New Jersey. That's why I think it's fake, because like the first time he slipped up reminded me of Ruffalo before Infinity War, sitting next to Don Cheadle at, I think that was Comic-Con or D23 the summer before, and he goes, well, wait till you see this next one. Everybody dies. And then Cheadle's like, dude. And he goes, what? Not everybody. Oh no, is Barry gonna be mad at me? Barry, the security guy who yells at all these actors to shut up. Yeah, he never did another interview talking about anything about Infinity War.
Wasn't he the one that snapped? Oh no, that was what's his name? Sam Wilson's actor. I was like, didn't he snap at Spider-Man?
Benedict Cumberbatch
yeah.
did.
Oh, was it Benedict?
He goes, shut up, boy.
Boy, quiet you.
He like covered his mouth. But what Ruffalo did is like there was a special screening of Infinity War or Ragnarok or something like that. He had his Instagram live going in his pocket, and they had to run in the theater and be like, "Dude, turn off your phone."
First off, what are you doing? Because now you're just airing it out to the online. At least the people in here, we could just try to moderate it. You're like,
I don't know how to turn off my phone.
I love Mark Ruffalo.
He
I'm
is
sorry. That's
a
so
gift
funny. He is a gift
from the heavens.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
So I don't know. I think the
You think
Russo
it won't
brothers are
happen?
playing some little games here.
I would love that. I think that's a funny thing that they should do. I think that with their career and the movies that they're making for Marvel, why not lie to us?
Yeah.
Why not? It's not gonna hurt you. I'll still see your next movie if you did another movie for Marvel. So just go do it.
I think they view themselves as a master chess masters who love to like put in little winks, and a lot of the winks just mean nothing.
I think that's how I feel about calling these parts like stories.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing.
It's just a teaser. It's just a teaser. It's a teaser. They're trying to like spin it to be something so deep, and it might be deep, but it's not going to be anything crazy. It's not going to be so out of the water that I'm going to be like, whoa, what? Like, I would have never guessed that. No, it's just pieces of the movie.
yeah. It's just scenes from the movie, or it's subtext, or it's prologue, or whatever.
Even
That's
our
what all
normal
teasers.
aren't teasers just narrative parts of the film?
That's what a teaser is. Historically, the movies these guys grew up on were movies like Jurassic Park, Jaws, Alien, in which the teaser didn't have any footage from the actual movie. The teaser for Jurassic Park was just like, in whatever year, in 19 whatever, they found an amber containing a mosquito DNA. And it's just a shot of an amber being found in a cave, and it's not in the movie. It's not the shot from the movie. In Jaws, the shot was like an underwater shot that was not specifically from the movie. And then in Alien, it was like the surface of what we thought was a moon, but it was actually the ridges of an egg, and then intercut with some of the Ridley Scott's shots from Scott Shots from Alien. But overall, movie trailers used to just have no footage of the movie.
But now they always do. They're telling too much in the trailer. So if anything, I'm expecting every scene that I'm seeing to be a narrative part of the movie.
It better be in the movie.
I assume.
The shot of Cyclops needs to be in the movie. We're going to say it every week here on the sneak peek, just in case it gets back to the Russos.
You can take away that. You can take away that Steve Rogers holding a baby.
We get
but
it.
I assumed, honestly, if he snuck back into his time, that they would have had a baby in a house, on a nice farmhouse, everything.
Different shot of him with the baby.
I assumed. But Cyclops shooting up into the eye, or shooting his eyes into the ceiling, into the heavens, and then behind him is a bunch of Sentinels. I was not expecting that.
Not expecting it.
And I need it.
I need it. We don't need Thor praying for his daughter. Don't need it.
I'm fine. I don't even, honestly, the Wakandans and Ben Grimm is cool, but I expect everyone is going to be shaking hands.
Yeah,
I assume everybody's going to be shaking hands at some point. This I was not expecting.
If you want to get out a few more handshaking moments just in teasers, we're good. We don't need them in the movie.
I'm so fine. I do not need to see Yelena going to Sam Wilson and shaking his hand. I assume that's going to happen. Like
Red Guardian being like, please don't sue us, Mr. Wilson. Please drop the lawsuit.
You've done British, Cockney British, and you've done this Russian one.
Nailed it and nailed it.
You did old Ian McKellen.
I think my old Ian McKellen was okay. Nope. All right. Well, when our next segment is Jessica does the proper
I never said I was
characters.
good, and I don't even try to. I literally didn't even try to.
You just have to keep trying.
I do a very good Shuri. No, I do not.
do a good Shuri. You want to know how I know that? Well, we did a live reading of the Kang Dynasty script where Jess had one line at Shuri, and it was great. It was really good.
It was very fun. The entire movie, she gets one line, just as she will in Doomsday.
She had other lines. We just abridged it for our reading. But maybe we do another one where we read those scenes because they're so good.
We should just, if you guys have any fan made, if you guys have written your own versions of Marvel movies, send it our way.
We'll
act it out.
We'll do
a table.
We'll bring it to life.
We'll bring it to life, yeah.
We'll have concept art and everything.
Yeah, we'll make the concept art.
Yeah.
Here is my squiggly line. But no, going back to the actual premise of our sneak peek with Ian McKellen blowing up New Jersey, unlike you, I do think it's going to happen. But I don't think we're going to see it. I think it's going to be a one-off line that's just like, well, he did destroy New Jersey. Like, it's going to be like, we can't leave him out of our sight. He destroyed this. We can't have him fight the Sentinels. He destroyed New Jersey.
Yeah.
Because also, okay, keep in mind, like, we're seeing... It looks like Cyclops is having a hard time.
Yes.
So,
he's
but
struggling.
if Ian McKellen was helping, it doesn't seem like it would be a hard time fighting the Sentinels with Ian McKellen there, or with Magneto there, right? So it's like, why is this man struggling? Who's not there to help him? Like, or who is there that might not be so beneficial? Like, I feel like even with Storm, it would be really hard to take on all those Sentinels by yourself, like with just him and Cyclops, or with her and Cyclops. But Magneto, I'm like, you got Magneto on your side. You should be able to yank all these down.
That's a good point. My thinking was that the two old men are either too resigned to fight.
No, get your ass in there. That's crazy. You see Cyclops in that trailer? He is having a hard time.
These are two boomers who are like, it doesn't matter if the global temperatures are rising. I want to use my AI.
The mansion is literally about to like go under, and you think they're like,
well, maybe they're actually guarding the entrance to Cerebro, and they don't want whoever's attacking the mansion to get into Cerebro.
You need two people on Cerebro. You need both the biggest hitters. You need Magneto and Professor Xavier watching Cerebro. That's crazy.
Well, it seemed like they were playing a game of chess.
That is true. They're chilling.
Yeah, they're not helping.
But I think that is nah. It has to be that his powers are like if they work, they are going to destroy everybody. Because Cyclops is having a hard time. He doesn't ever do that unless he's like at his last resort.
Yeah, he seems to be like, he's like mourning. Doesn't he feel
do
like
you think everyone died already?
I think he's already lost his daughter and son.
It will be horrible if like a bomb goes off in the mansion, Sentinels are coming, and everyone died except for Cyclops.
Yeah, because he was outside in the garden.
They were playing chess.
Yeah.
He was playing in the garden.
I don't think the whole mansion's going to blow up. But we already saw that in X-Men Apocalypse, so we don't need to see the mansion blow up.
I think a big chunk of it is going to be destroyed.
Isn't that like a recurring thing in X-Men, the animated series?
But I also assume that just is going to happen, right?
The mansion gets burned down
It's like a canon
constantly.
event.
Yeah.
It's got to go down.
Happening. Yeah.
It's got to go down eventually, and then they rebuild it, and that's what breaks community. It's like Encanto. Isn't that the premise of Encanto? Are they all mutants?
Yes.
They're all mutants. They're all X-Men mutants.
It's the Casa Xavier. We can make your mutant savior.
Stop it. You're on beat, though.
We don't talk about Magneto.
He destroyed New Jersey.
We don't talk about Magneto.
He destroyed New Jersey. Nah.
And then Snooki's like, it was my wedding day.
And then add also on the checkbox New Jersey for the accents. Jerseyan. Erik is on the roll today.
No, that was just Snooki. That was not all of New Jersey.
You were trying to do
that was Snooki. Snooki, come on the show.
Snooki, come on the show.
Is she still with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
None of them are dead. Not a single one of them are dead.
Are you sure about that?
Dead as in they don't have souls? That's Vinny because he voted for Donald Trump. So
he's on the guest list at What do you think was the awful thing that like Magneto is actually saying?
He said the C word. He said cunt. He said cunt. He absolutely said cunt. He 100% said cunt. That was the first thing that came to my head. He can't say it on air, but he definitely said cunt. What? You think he said? It had to be cunt.
No, I think in the context of the scene is what I'm asking. Like, what does Magneto actually say? Like, what is he that mad about? And he's like, different. He's mad at Doom. He's mad at humanity. I think he's got to be mad at like humankind or something. Like Hitler gets resurrected or something. He goes, oh, you son of a bitch.
Or he just killed Xavier.
Oh, no.
I keep going towards the sad part. I'm like, or someone shot Xavier in the head with a sniper rifle. And he got so angry. Because I would.
Could be that.
It could be. I mean, do you think Doom uses a gun?
No, he just runs around with a gun.
Why? You look like James Bond. He's using one of the old.
He's just a musket.
A Western one. Give me 1 second. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait.
Oh, man.
He does 10 paces. That's so funny. That's so stupid.
Marvel, if you want us to stop doing these stupid bits about what will happen in your movie, release the trailer and close some doors for us.
The trailer's going to come. Do you think the trailer's going to come during... No, that's so late, dude. Comic-Con, it has to come in spring.
I'm going to stop predicting because I feel like me predicting when it will come is what delays it further. So I'm not going to
It's got to be spring. That'd be crazy.
I hope it's before the end of this month.
What is Disney's biggest movie that's coming out this year other than theirs? Because they would probably play it before that, right? They do like a fire.
Devil Wears Prada, Mando and Grogu. Hoppers is coming out.
Do you think before Mando and Grogu they'll play the trailer?
I think at that point, by May, we will have a trailer.
Okay. You heard it here first.
At least by CinemaCon in April, they'll show some trailer.
I don't know. They're teasing us, dude. What if they don't have a trailer ready?
What if they never release a trailer?
That'd be crazy. They could do that. They could easily do that. I don't think they would, but they could do it and still fill seats.
They probably could.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
The week up to it, though, that's when they start releasing like those little things. Like they're gonna have to. First off, they're gonna be the toy leaks will go out, and so will like the brand for like any kind of if they have a deal with Swiffer for some reason, or just the cups, the popcorn buckets. All those ones for Cinemark and for AMC will come out well before that. So we'll get pieces of things that are like, oh, clearly.
I think the Legos come out in October.
That's late.
So we'll see the Lego sets by then.
That's late. The movie comes out in December.
Well, the leaks will come earlier.
Oh, the leaks will
because the Lego leaks are always the first things to leak.
Ooh, that Lego leak! It's gonna be the X-Mansion destroyed.
Oh yeah. Well, there is a Lego X-Mansion. I still have that set. I should start building that for a live stream here at New Rockstars.
That'd be fine. I only have the cat one that's not built yet. Meow. Meow. I just have Magneto going cunt.
You could tell the Lego Magneto is saying that word.
It's specifically cunt. He's saying it really hard. Brian, don't roll over.
For all the kids watching the show today, stop being such cunts.
Stop being such cunt. Yeah, cunt.
I don't like saying it.
It's a British word. It's an Australian word. It's an R word, not an R word.
What if he said that? What if he was like, well, I can't say that? Hey, this has been a great conversation about Doomsday. Quick update, programming reminder of what's happening this week. So tonight will be the best episode of any A Song of Ice and Fire adaptation since the season 6 finale of Game of Thrones back 10 years ago.
Not season 8?
That's a very low bar. Season 7 and season 8, low bars. All of House of the Dragon compared to this episode that is coming out for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, don't even come close. It is the best George R. R. Martin adaptation I've seen in 10 years. It is so good. It's that good. Watch the episode on HBO. Immediately come to New Rockstars at 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 Eastern time. You'll be able to see our analysis of that episode. You won't want to miss it. It's so good. On this Wednesday will be episode 7 of The Road to Doomsday, a big one. Iron Man. Jessica and I are revisiting 2008's Iron Man and how really Marvel Studios got launched. And then we're going to have another episode of The Road to Doomsday on Saturday, episode 8, our episode on Punisher and Punisher Warzone. Berg and I are revisiting both the Thomas Jane and the Ray Stevenson. The Ray Stevenson one is a lot better. So we're going to talk about both of those movies this Saturday. We'll end this episode of The Sneak Peek with what we're watching. Jess, what are you watching this week?
I finished the first season of American Gladiator, and the people that won did not deserve it. But that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess.
That is.
Yeah, but I think it's just American Gladiator. What are you watching?
The Olympics. It's been fascinating. I mean, you realize as you're watching, NBC's just cutting the American stuff and then very interesting other people, but there's all these other countries that we don't get to see.
Like getting rid of it?
Well, NBC's coverage is just, it's for American viewers.
They're doing that. That's why I'm watching just like the highlights on YouTube and TikTok as much as I can, because we're not that great.
Some of us are.
Some of us are good.
Our speed skater skaters just broke that record.
Yeah, but our figure skaters are like.
Oh, and then you have the quad god, that guy.
There's
Ilya Malum or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait, the male figure skater.
He's so cocky.
The
got heated rivalry all over that guy.
Yeah. I think I know that guy. I've been watching a lot of the girls and just paying attention to the Russians. And the weird Norway people. The weird Norway.
Why are they weird?
The weird because the guy outed that he cheated on his girlfriend.
Oh, you're following it for the drama.
Which is so weird because I even was like, why would you do that on live television? It's everywhere now. Because I was like, even if I was going to be like, it's okay, I would have been like, no, it's not okay, because why would you air that out on TV in front of everybody? Why would you do that to us? But no, I just, with the Winter Olympics, there's a lot of sports I did not know existed. One of them being skeleton, which is just...
skeleton.
Jesus Christ, what is that? What, do we just want the people to die?
That's where they animate a skeleton with a sword and he fights you?
It goes, and it goes, no, it's the one when you're laying on a sled face down and you are going like 90 miles an hour.
Yeah. That luge... The double luge, doesn't it kind of feel
when
like
they're stacked on each other?
People were just like coming up with ideas for ways to move down ice hills.
It feels like rich people that were like, we need to find something to do in the snow. here it is. And then they force their child to do this training their entire life and become the best.
I think it's just this old Norwegian tradition
They're
of in
weirdos.
Nordic countries. It's how they just kind of get from place to place.
Just ski jump. Because also even the ski jump, I'm like,
That's, yeah.
and also I think that one, actually, do not quote me on this. I read one thing and I believe it. Ski jumping has like the most injuries.
Oh.
Because you're literally launching yourself in the air and just, I hope I land right.
I think,
I
yes.
hope I land right.
It's incredible to watch these feats, and they all just seem like, hey, yeah, bro. And so, like, when I'm
They're
watching it
surfer brains.
with my wife and in-laws, anytime we see these, like, these snowboarders or skiers who are hugging afterwards, I'm just like, yeah, man, yeah. And they're all, like, in 23, and they're all just like, oh, yeah, I learned how to snowboard before I could walk, bro. And, like, that's how they are.
That's the environment they are.
But they're so talented, and I'm just like, it's fascinating to watch you exist and do your thing, and I hope you're having a great time.
I think some of them are having a phenomenal time. I think some of them are like, this is what I was bred to do. And then some are like, I would love to stop. My legs hurt.
Yeah, doesn't it? I think NBC should not show when people completely wipe out.
Oh, no. Also, but I don't think
know
there's no
people
way
like
to
it.
do it because it's
It hurts
live.
my soul.
Oh, I hate it.
No,
Also,
it's not live. They
Isn't
can,
it live? I thought
the
it was
NBC coverage is just like kind of a highlight reel of
I would
whatever they
hate-
want.
First off, I hate it because it's painful. I do not even watch fail videos for this reason. But secondly, these poor people, this is their one time to do this. And the last thing I want to see is their dreams get crushed to this
and then they
degree.
show them wiping out or whatever, and then they cut to their parents wearing hats with their names on it. And I'm just like, they're just defeated. I'm like, all you guys had to travel to Milan for this, into this
and it's like
mountain town. That looks beautiful, by the way.
And every event is like things that you train for that you do like once. It's not like basketball where they're like running up and down for 4 hours. It's like, okay, here's your one launch. Here's your one go down the slope. Here's your one time performing. And every other time could be great. And then this one day was the bad one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I hate that it's on camera. And then you train so hard to even get like on the podium and you just didn't because you wiped out this one time for you maybe.
I guess there are like world championships that are not, the Olympics.
Yeah,
that they
that
can
aren't the
also get whatever their
But it's
glory from.
because it's the
But
Olympics.
If in basketball in the Summer Olympics, all those guys are NBA players getting their glory on the court any other time for half of the year.
Yeah.
It's really the NBA finals that they're aspiring for.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm sure getting Olympic gold representing
They want that
the U.S.
gold.
team is a very big deal. I don't want to downplay that. It's just, it's not the only way they can get ultimate glory. For a lot of these other events, this is like their one shot.
This is the only thing.
Yeah,
and
to get
also,
endorsement deals and stuff.
Also, luckily with basketball, it's like, oh, you can get that championship for your entire team. For the Olympic basketball, it's like we take one from the Warriors, one from the Lakers, one from over here. So it's not an everyone trophy. And we also have the same people doing it every freaking year about for basketball. It's literally like, yeah, these poor people can only compete once or twice, tops. And this is what you get. And it's in front of everybody from every part of the world.
But you got to think, just to make it through the Olympic trials and get to represent your country and do that parade of nations is such a huge honor and such a huge accomplishment.
I think so. Those people, though, they're treating themselves under a different standard.
Yeah.
And I hate it so much. It's the same, not the same, but same people kind of, you get what I'm about to say. RuPaul's Drag Race, those women make it to RuPaul's Drag Race. And I'm like, you should just be happy you made it. Like, that's insane. But you see how defeated those women are when they get voted out. Yeah. They literally are like, this is all I needed in my life. And I'm like, whoa, you don't recognize you made it on the RuPaul's Drag Race. A bunch of people auditioned for that shit. And that's how I feel about the Olympics. I'm like, you made it this far. Are you out of your mind? Do you know how far you made it? But they're like, no. That wasn't what I needed to do better. And I'm like, no, don't beat yourself up. I couldn't even do that in my dreams.
You know what's crazy is like the people who succeed are ones who dream beyond where they end up getting.
Yeah.
And like the people who don't succeed are the ones who are like, I just wanted
happy
to get an invite. I'm just happy. Like the people on Survivor now who win are people who are like thinking beyond the season of Survivor they're on. They're like, I'm thinking about like when I'm going to be on my 4th season of The Traitors and the Challenge World Tour or whatever. They're not, and they're thinking about their crazy deals, their acting career, the agent they're going to get from this. They're not thinking about like jury management that much.
No.
That's what Survivor has evolved to be. The people who are like, well, I accomplished my dreams. I just wanted to get on Survivor. It's like, you're never going to win. You're never going to win. the people who win are like, I don't want to spoil anybody who's won recent seasons of Survivor, but now you have to be such like this crazy media figure who is like such a sociopath.
I mean, I know I would never be on just because I don't have the energy to be like, yeah, I hope I win. I'd be like, I'm surprised I made it past the first round.
I'd never win because I don't like being outside for longer than 30 minutes.
I mean, that's true for me too.
I get sick if I sit anywhere near the sun or nature.
Is there a computer nearby I can get on?
Like, you mean I gotta sit on the beach?
Oh my God.
I have to get sand on my feet?
No.
I have to eat a fruit?
The Olympics have been very entertaining to watch. Are we even in the top 3?
What do you mean?
Oh, like
event?
Because everything.
Total medal
just total
count?
medals.
I'm not caught up on the total medal.
Oh, okay.
And it's Sunday now, so who knows what's happened?
Who knows? We probably lost.
But watch the Olympics. It's fun. Get yourself a Peacock subscription.
Or be like me and watch it on YouTube and TikTok. Steal it from somewhere else. Ooh, or just choose the sport that you like. Make sure it's not the one that everyone's watching, and it's available everywhere. That's what I do with the normal Olympics. I'm like, no one's watching the rock crawling or the rock wall climbing competition. I watched all that. Holy shit, dude. We should do it. We should try it. Have you guys tried it? It's crazy. That shit's crazy. Those people are climbing like monkeys.
They're insane. I don't know how their bodies can suspend themselves.
We got second place. We did. America got second place.
Jessica and I got second place.
I got second place.
Silver medal.
I'm Brooke. I follow all of them on TikTok or Instagram now because I was like, this was insane. They're literally throwing themselves, launching. I was like, oh my God.
That is wild.
We should do it. We'll do it. We'll do it and we'll record it and vlog it.
Yep.
Put on sneak peek next week.
Yep. Hell yeah. Hey, Jess and I are both wearing shirts that you can get at nerdriot.shop. Jess has got the Hellfire Lives, or you could say Hellfire, because you subtract the E and the L. I don't know how that works, but I'm wearing New Mask, Same Task shirt. All of these, anything you get from nerdriot.shop is a great gift that you can get for the loved one in your life, that special nerd. Get a gift for yourself and supports new Rockstars directly. Comment down below with your thoughts on all these like little scoops we're getting for Doomsday. Special thanks to one of our underground members, Justin Schoenrock, for supporting us at the executive producer level. You can get all of our exclusive benefits by going to inurunderground.supercast.com. We have a new episode of The Danger Room on that right now, where Zach and Berg are talking all about like YouTube analytics and creepy little ad bumps that we get sometimes. We try to figure out who our mysterious benefactors are. Follow Jessica at Lulu_Clemons. Follow me at EA Voss, and subscribe to all the channels in the New Rockstars Network for breakdowns and news coverage of everything you love. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.